There is one thing your body needs to survive, that it cannot make, that you will die without. And here is the strange part. Your body will never tell you to go find it. You get hungry. Your body screams for food. You get thirsty. Your body screams for water. But this, the one mineral you cannot live without, your body stays silent about. Salt. Every cell in your body runs on it. Your nerves fire with it. Your muscles move with it. Your heart beats with it. Without it, the cells shut down, like an engine with no fuel. Take away the salt, and it does not happen fast, but it happens. Your muscles cramp. Your mind clouds. Your body quietly stops working. And the whole time, you never once think, I need salt. And your body cannot make a single grain of it. It has to come from outside. Every day, for your whole life. So how did a creature that craves it silently, never even knowing it needs it, end up building whole civilizations around this? The story of salt is one of the strangest in all of human history. It started wars. It built cities. It was money. And it begins with a problem that did not exist yet. Let me show you. Here is the first surprise. For most of human history, salt was not a problem at all. When our ancestors were hunters, they had all the salt they needed, and they did not have to think about it once. Because salt is already in meat. It is in blood. It is in the tissue of animals. A hunter eating a diet heavy in fresh game and fish takes in sodium naturally, built right into the food. Some herding peoples even drank the blood of their animals, which is rich in salt. If you eat the animal, you get its salt for free. So for hundreds of thousands of years, the problem simply did not come up. Our ancestors were not searching for salt. They were not trading it. They were not fighting over it. They ate animals, and the animals carried all the sodium they needed. The silent craving did not matter, because the salt arrived automatically. And then we did something that changed everything. We started farming. When humans settled down and shifted to a diet built mostly on grains and plants, the free salt disappeared. Wheat does not carry salt the way meat does. Vegetables are low in sodium. Suddenly, a population that had never once had to think about salt was slowly, invisibly running short of it. And this is where it gets genuinely eerie. Because of that silent craving. Think about what these early farmers were facing. Their bodies were slipping into salt deficiency. And salt deficiency makes you feel terrible. Weakness, cramps, exhaustion. Eventually your cells begin to fail, and it can kill you. But at no point does the body send up a clear signal that says, go find salt. You do not lie awake craving it the way you would crave water in a desert. There is no obvious hunger for it. You just feel worse and worse, and slowly start to die, with no instinct pointing at the cause. So here is one of the real mysteries of history. How did these people figure it out? How did human beings, feeling vaguely sick with no craving to guide them, work out that the answer was a specific white mineral they had to go and find, sometimes very far away? We do not fully know. It must have taken observation, luck, and hard-won memory. People near the sea may have noticed that sea water, or the crust left when it dried, made them feel better and made food taste right. People inland may have followed animals. Because animals do feel it. Wild animals travel long distances to natural salt licks, places where salt is exposed to the surface. Early humans almost certainly watched where the animals went and followed. The animals led us to the salt. However they worked it out, once they did, salt stopped being invisible. It became one of the most valuable substances on Earth. And this is where the human story goes a little bit insane. Because we did not just find salt. We built our world around it. Once people needed salt and could not easily get it, salt became power. Whoever controlled the salt controlled the people who needed it. And everyone needed it. There is a salt lake in China, at a place called Yunqing, where it is thought people were fighting over the salt reserves as far back as 8,000 years ago. Wars. Over a mineral. Because the mineral was life. Salt built trade routes that shaped the map of the world. Ancient roads were laid down just to carry it. The Romans had a great salt road, the Via Salaria, running across Italy. Caravans crossed deserts carrying slabs of salt, and in some places salt was traded weight for weight with gold. It became money itself. There is a widespread story that Roman soldiers were sometimes paid in salt, or given an allowance to buy it. Whether or not the details are exact, the connection is real enough that our word salary comes from the Latin word for salt. The word you earn your living by is built on this rock. And salt did something else that changed history. It cheated death, in a way. Salt pulls the moisture out of food. And without moisture, the bacteria that rot meat cannot grow. So salted meat and fish could last for months, even years, without spoiling. For the first time, people could store food through winters, carry it on long journeys, and feed armies and cities far from where the food was caught. A world that could preserve food was a completely different world from one that could not. Salt is one of the quiet foundations underneath the rise of civilization itself. And the ancient Egyptians took it even further. They used salt to preserve the dead, packing mummies in it to dry them out and stop them from decaying. The same mineral that kept their meat from rotting kept their kings from rotting too. Now I want to be honest about the mix of certainty here, the way we always are. The core science is rock solid. Your body genuinely cannot make sodium, genuinely needs it, and genuinely gives you no strong, specific craving for it the way it does for water. That silent need is real, and it really did become a crisis when humans moved from meat to farming. That is well established. Some of the historical details are a mixture of solid fact and popular story. The link between salt and the word salary is real in language, though exactly how Roman soldiers were paid is debated. The wars over the Salt Lake in China are estimated from archaeology, not filmed. When I tell you salt started wars and built roads, that broad picture is true and well documented. Some of the specific tales around it are traditional, and I would rather tell you that than pretend every detail is certain. So step back and look at the whole strange shape of it. There is a mineral your body must have, or it dies. It cannot make it. And unlike hunger or thirst, it gives you almost no warning when you run low. For most of our history, we got it for free, hidden inside the animals we ate, and never had to think about it. Then we changed how we lived, the free salt vanished, and we were left with a deadly need and no instinct to guide us. And somehow, feeling vaguely unwell with no craving pointing the way, human beings solved it. They followed the animals. They watched the sea. They remembered. And then they went further than survival. They mined this rock, traded it, taxed it, fought wars over it, paid soldiers with it, preserved their food, and even their dead with it, and laid the foundations of cities on top of it. All for a plain white crystal that your tongue enjoys, but your body never actually asks for. The next time you reach for the salt without thinking, remember what it really is. It is the one thing you cannot live without and cannot make, that nearly slipped past us because we could not feel ourselves needing it. Your ancestors bled for this, traded gold for this, and built the world around this. A rock. That turned out to be life. See you in the next one.